Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Mimi's Abundant Life. I got a real good response the other day on my favorite ways to save money, and I thought that I would extend that a little bit into a different area. So, the video I did 2 days ago was the best ways to save money, my favorite ways, really, in the kitchen. Okay, but now we have to, we don't live in the kitchen, we have a whole house, so hopefully, right? And we're going to have to save money on, guess what? Heat. Yes, it's getting cold. We're going to have to start putting on that heat, making ourselves toasty warm or at least comfortable. And with the rising cost of energy, shrinking, the shrinking economy, shrinking paychecks, layoffs, shutdowns, you name it. It's going to be hotter than ever this year to save money on heat or on anything. But we still want to be at least comfortable. So I'm going to give you some ideas, some of my favorite ways. You may have different ways to save money that on heat. So if you have a different idea, put it in the comments below because we all learn from each other. The main thing is I want to encourage you, inspire you, and enlighten you on different things that you can do. Many of these things you've probably already heard of, but never really put into practice. Well, now's the time. Okay, so let's get going with today's list of how to save money on heat. Number one, open up your blinds and your shades and let that sun come in. You'd be surprised what sunshine, natural sunshine, can do for a room. Are you going to be really toasty warm? Probably not from just doing that. But you will be letting in some heat from the sun, and it'll help keep the room a little bit warmer. You may also want to sit or lounge or do whatever you're doing in the room that has the natural sunlight coming in. It could raise it a degree or two. Who knows? Okay. At the very least, we need natural light. It's just good for us. Okay. So open up your blinds, your shades, your curtains, and let some of that sunlight in. Number two. Okay. Some people will agree and some people will not. This is very, very controversial. I have mixed feelings about it, and I've tried it both ways, and I can't say if I want to continue one way or another. Hear me out, okay? Washing laundry in cold water. It sounds good sometimes. I know that there are laundry detergents out there that can really clean your clothes that are made for cold water, but I don't know. I don't know. I've done it. I'm not going to lie and say I haven't done it, but I've done it and I wasn't sure everything got as clean as it possibly could. But it's something to try. And hey, you know what? When in doubt, throw a little white vinegar in that washing machine with the cold water and your laundry detergent and, I don't know, say a prayer, hope for the best. But it is one way to save on hot water. You need the heat to heat up the hot water. Okay. Number three, you could line dry your clothes indoors or outdoors. Outdoors, it only takes about maybe I'd say anything above 40 for about 45 degrees. If there's a slight breeze and the sun is out, the clothes are not going to freeze. Okay. They will dry. They're probably going to take longer, but put them out there, and things that are heavier that you don't think are going to dry outside, don't even bother hanging them outside. Rig up something in your home to line dry your clothes, the heavier things. You could use hangers, you could use over the door hooks, you could use a clothesline, you could drape it over something. You know that treadmill that none of us use? Yeah, that one. Throw some clothes over there. Make sure that they're not layered so that they dry properly and you don't get any funky smells. But I think that if you can hook up some sort of clothesline in your home, in your basement, in a spare room, in a room that no one goes in that often, I think that you're going to be a lot better off. The easiest way is hanging them on hangers and just hanging the hangers up in different places. Okay, when they dry, they dry. All right. Number 4, you could turn down the temperature on your hot water. Remember, it takes a heating source to heat that hot water. So if you can decrease the temperature of your hot water even by 5 degrees, you're going to be saving a little bit of money. So we don't need the water scalding hot. If you do need boiling water, like boiling hot water to do something, you could heat it in the microwave really quickly. You could heat it on the stove. Or just go with the flow, lower the temperature by 5 degrees, and use the water like that. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Okay? Another thing you can do is take shorter showers. Yeah, I know. In the winter, there's nothing better than a long hot bath, a long hot shower. If you like to take a hot bath or a bubble bath and just relax, maybe not fill the tub all the way up, maybe just, halfway or a little bit more. That might help. That'll save you some water. That'll save you some money on heat as well. Showers, if you could cut your shower down, whatever it is now, unless you're taking a 5-minute shower. Yeah, I like the number 5. If you're taking a shower that's 10 minutes, see if you can cut it down a few minutes. And again, you'll save money on heat and you will save money on water. Do you have an alternative heating source? Is it necessary to turn the heat on to heat up a whole floor or a whole house or a whole apartment when you're only going to be in 1 or 2 rooms? That's where that little heater that I have comes in handy. It really does heat up the room. It heats up my feet. It's so toasty warm. It helps if there's that cold north wind coming in. Because come on, let's face it, every house has a little bit of a draft or something. So that little heater can really help heat up a room that you're in, which will save you from heating up the entire floor. You could light the oven and open the door a little bit to warm up your kitchen. You could use your oven to cook more. That will heat up your kitchen. When you're done cooking, you take your food out, wherever you're going to put it, leave that door open, let some of that heat radiate through the room. Okay? Do you have a fireplace? Light your fireplace. Do you have an electric blanket, an electric throw? There's no need to really crank the heat yet, anyway. To crank the heat when you're just cuddling on the couch, and you could just very easily put on an electric throw or a heated blanket or a heat pad, something to warm you up. Now, this isn't going to sustain you and keep you warm all winter long, but it's little things that you can do to not stop putting the heat on before November. Because I'm a big believer in don't put the heat on until November 1st. Last night, I had to put the heat on upstairs in the bedrooms. We were freezing. I left it on for like a half hour, and then I shut it off, and I was fine. Around 4:30, 5 o'clock, I got a little bit chilly, but I was awake at that point anyway, so it didn't really matter. Another thing you can do, it's not rocket science, wear layers, wear a hoodie, warm socks, put slippers on your feet, wear sweatpants, hand warmers if you have to, feet warmers if you have to, long sleeve shirts, throw an extra blanket on the bed. These are things that you can do to help you save money on heating. In 2025, it is going to be brutal this year. Things are getting better. They are getting better. You have to kind of look for it, but it is getting better. So we all need to just conserve, tighten our belts, lock up the wallet, lock up that pocketbook, and do what you have to do to try to stay warm without putting that heat on until at least November 1st. So these are things that I hope, actually, soups, hot chocolate, hot tea, even hot water with lemon. You want to drink water with lemon because it's just generally good for you. Throw in a little bit of honey and, you can have yourself a real nice hot drink. Hot coffee, whatever it is you drink, drink it hot. Hot lemonade, whatever. Hot liquids, hot foods, comforting foods and drinks that are going to warm your belly, because I really think that that's where you get a lot of your warmth from. Warm up that belly, right, guys? Please try, if you are in any way having trouble paying your heat bill, go to your local community center. Out here it's called like community action program. They could offer heating assistance for you if you meet their criteria. You can also call your heating company if you have gas heat. This is what I do just to make it simple. I don't want my bill going like this every month. I want to know so that I can budget. So I go on the budget plan. So what they do is they take maybe the last 3 to 6 months of your gas bill, they average it out, they give you a set price. You stay within that, and then you don't owe them any money. Sometimes you get a credit. If you do go over, you will have to pay the difference at the end of that reevaluation point. The previous company we had, and then they were taken over by this new company. But National Grid used to do it every 6 months, and the new company does it every 3. So that's not as good. It doesn't give you as much time to use less of your electricity or your gas heat at the end of the season. So you got to be careful with that. But it's very good for budgeting so that you know what you're going to be spending every month on heat. There are churches that can help you pay a heat bill. There are Salvation Army, I don't know if they're still doing it, but there are organizations that are out there to help you. So if you are having trouble with a heat bill, tap into any resources that you can possibly get. Try to cut back in other areas, $2 here, $5 there. It all adds up, and you could put that towards your heat bill, because it's going to be a long winter. We start putting the heat on now. We have November, December, January, February, March, and in April. We still need the heat here in April. So that's a good 6 months of paying this heat bill. So I hope that these tips will help you in the tough economy that we're in the tough, uncertain time that we're in. We're all hitting financial hardships right now, just about everyone. So if you could save a few dollars here and there, it's really going to go a long way in the long run. I hope this helps you. I hope that if you have some different ideas, you could put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear some new ideas. These are the ones that I'm kind of stuck on. This is what I do. What do you do to save on heat? I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And check out some of my other videos. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at different ways I have to save money. That is all for now. This is Mimi with Mimi's Abundant Life. I'll see you on my next video. Don't forget to check out my previous video, How to Save Money.